follow me. In front of me. Just as we come around the turn, that pickup truck and follow me in front of me, seen that car. And it was too late. The car was already passing the truck. The guy slammed his brakes on, tried swerving to the right, but it was a no-go. They ended up hitting head on. To make a long story short, a bunch of people standing around, nobody was even trying to help get the guy and the lady out of the car. The guy was in real bad shape. The lady, unfortunately, she passed away instantly at the moment of impact. And then the car caught fire. Me and three other truckers used our fire extinguishers, put the fire out, and pried open the door to get the man out. He was conscious. He was bad, but he said he had no back pain or anything like that. And we didn't want to move him, but we were afraid the car was going to catch fire again. So we got him out of there, and then the police come. And the truckers, me and two other truckers, were the only people that helped these poor people. You know, they're sitting in the car that's all smashed up, they're in bad shape. Nobody else would help them. And unfortunately, that's what this world is. It's people that will only do stuff to help themselves. And that's the kind of people we got to live with in today's society. And it's just so irritating and frustrating for me to be out there doing everything I can do, working a full-time job, working at my garage and make ends meet for a little bit of extra money, and just doing everything I can do. And then you have these other people out there that want everything but don't want to work for it. Well, wake up, people. Unless your rich mommy and daddy die and leave you lots and lots of money, that ain't the way life works. You want money, you want good things, you got to work for them. And with somebody like Biden in office, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have nice things. Because the cost of living has doubled, almost tripled in the last year. You know, granted, a lot of people got money for the coronavirus. They got raises, or they got a certain amount of money. Truckers don't get that. Most of your truckers either A, get paid by the mile, or B, get paid by percentage of the load. And when I started driving, that was 14 years ago, I was making 22.5% of the load. 12 years later, it's only up to 24%. It's 2%. Which, if you think about it, ain't nothing. You make one load, a $50,000 load, figure out what's 2% of 50,000. 2% of 100,000 would be $1,000. So it's $500. And or not $500. I'm sorry, I can't even think of my math. 2% of 100,000 would be $2,000. But most of the loads ain't worth that. Most of the loads you haul are worth somewhere between 50 and 60,000. So in the last 12 years, you've only gotten about a $100 raise a month, and that's it. And everybody thinks that truck driving's so easy. These guys make good money. They're rich. Some of them do. But you know what? They're the ones out there away from their families all week long. They're the ones out there that's got to sit and wait to get loaded for 10, 12, 14 hours. They're the ones that drive and work, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's sleeting, whether it's sunny. They're still out there. They're still working it. So I can't say I blame them. I'd probably, if I was still driving over the road, I'd be joining them, but I'm not. So, and conclusion, I just wanted to get on here and say, like I said, I had some people give me a few comments about my views on the political standpoint and what's going on. And that's the way I feel. We live in the land of the free, home of the brave. We should all be able to make our own decisions. If you want the shot, that's your business. I ain't saying that you're wrong. If you want it, more power to you. Go get it. Hey, that's your decision. That's your judgment. But don't stand there and criticize me because I don't want it. You know, and it's just bullcrap. He's trying to act like this country is Russia, or this country is somewhere where government tells you everything to do. That not here, not here. And it ain't gonna fly. And like I said, I live in a camper in the woods and have nothing. I don't care if I gotta eat weeds, then get the shot. Because to me, it ain't the idea of getting the shot, it's the idea of them trying to tell me that I gotta get the shot when it's my decision. And I won't get it. And that's just my beliefs and my feelings. And that's about it. I just wanted to get on here and give my opinion on this. Because, like I said, a lot of people ask me about it. And I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I could be. But, like I said, it's the same old people. Like this lady, this guy I know, he's what you call a prepper. I mean, he has enough supplies at his house, probably to last him probably 4 years. And he was saying about it one day, and this lady was like, "That's not right. You're taking all the food from everybody else, blah, blah, blah." And the guy told her, he said, "First of all, I'm not taking food from everybody else." He said, "Because I got all my food when I would go grocery shopping. I'd say, okay, instead of spending this much, I'm going to spend $25 more." And he said he'd pick up an extra $25 in groceries for that time. And he'd stockpile them. And that's the way he did it. And he's not being stingy, he's not hoarding, he's being prepared. And she'll be one of the first ones. Well, before I say that, let me say this real quick. And then he asked her, "Well, I paid for it and I bought it." He said, "How about you? When we had the toilet paper shortage, you were one of the ones that was out buying it." He said, "I heard you," because they're practically next door neighbors. He said, "I heard you saying about how you had 26 packs of toilet paper. You had 100 and something rolls to last you, and you kept buying more. But that was okay. It's okay for you to go out and buy all the toilet paper because it was available, but now that you're not prepared and you need food, and because you don't got it and he's a hoarder, he's no good." Oh my God. Some people just need to wake up and smell the roses. You know what? Like I said, me and the wife seen this coming 2 years ago when the economy started going, and we knew it was just a matter of time Democrats were going to get back in office. And we knew it. The liberals, we knew it. And we knew once Trump was out of office, because we knew they were going to do everything in their power to keep him from getting back in, and we knew that was coming. We knew once they took office that this stuff was going to happen. We seen it. We seen it when he first started this, so we started getting prepared. And just because we have lots of food, lots of water, and a nice place to store that away from the house, out in the middle of nowhere, and we could protect our piece of land and our camper, because that's what we'd be living in, would be a 35-foot camper. Don't come out and try and get my stuff, because I can tell you right now, if somebody tries stealing my stuff or even taking my stuff, whether it be somebody the government sends, they're going to take it over my dead body, because I paid for it, I bought it. The only way I'm giving it up is if it's somebody I want to give it to. Nobody's taking it. Like I said, that's my right, that's my freedom. But I think that's it. I'm going to cut this video off here. Tell me in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm right. Tell me if you think I'm being too drastic. I would definitely like to hear some other people's thoughts on this matter. And just because I don't like Biden doesn't mean that everybody shouldn't like him. There's been lots of people I don't like in my life, but I've never tried to harm them, and I'm not the person to believe that, well, I'm going to do this and do that, make their life living hell. Because there's an old saying that karma's a bitch. You get what you deserve. You want to treat the people like shit? You want to make people can't even afford to keep their house? I knew 2 people that lost their house because they lost their jobs. And why did they lose their jobs? Well, because they were forced to get shots that they didn't want. And then when they did get them, the one lady, she got violently sick, ended up 2 weeks in a hospital, didn't get paid for it because she didn't have corona. It was from the shot. They ended up losing their home. And you tell me that's right? You know, if this stuff wouldn't have went down, none of that would ever happen. You know, you're telling me it's right that there's people out there, homeless people. We have some right out here in Evansburg, Pennsylvania. We have people there living behind Walmart in tents because they lost their job. Yeah, there's a lot of places hiring now, but at that point there wasn't. It was already too late. They lost their job because of all this when coronavirus hit and all the places were shut down. Me, I was one of the fortunate ones that my job was considered emergency. Well, not emergency, but it was considered that it was something that was needed, so I didn't lose my job, and I was able to stay with my job and keep my job. But like I said, I know quite a few people who didn't, and then they signed up for unemployment, and the one guy took him 2.5 months to receive his first check. By that time, he was already 2 months behind on his rent because the money that he was getting, he was going out doing odd jobs. He had to buy food. He had to buy gas to put in his car to go to that job. He had to pay for his car insurance, and there just wasn't enough. He ended up losing his home. Him and his wife and his little boy now are living in a rented house in a section of the town that they live in that I would never want to live in. It's very high crime rate. It's not right. It's not fair. I mean, you have these people like me that's worked all my life. A buddy of mine was just up here earlier today, and I did a tire for him, and he's another one. You know, the man works his butt off, worked all his life to get what he got. And then we got to worry about somebody like him raising the price on everything and us losing our homes. I mean, it's downright pitiful. But, like I said, let me know in the comments what you think. Am I right? Am I overreacting? I don't think I am. I mean, there's millions of Americans out there that feel the same way I do. That we need to get Trump or somebody like Trump back in office. Somebody that cares for our country. Somebody that does what's in the best interest of our company and the best interest of our people. Because remember, the government don't work. We don't work for the government, I'm sorry. The government works for us. Plain and simple. And it's not right. I mean, we should have the freedom to say whether we want to get the shot. Not, well, you're a nurse. You got to get the shot. If you don't get the shot, you're losing your job. Just not right. That's one of our amendments that we are protected for. Same with the right to bear arms. Same with the plead the fifth. I mean, it's a shame. But once again, let me know your thoughts. Like the video or dislike it. If you dislike it, tell me why. And trust me, I ain't like most people. If you ask me why I don't like Biden, I could give you 100 reasons right now why I don't like him. But 2 people I know didn't vote for Trump, voted for him. Asked them why didn't you like Trump? Well, he's a racist. No, he ain't. Don't know where you get that information from. His one hotel, his manager is a black guy. They were best friends. He wasn't racist. And that was it. Well, what other reasons? Oh, I just don't like him. Yeah, whether I like somebody or not, if I think they're going to do a better job than the guy I like, I will vote for the guy I don't like if I think he's going to do a better job. And that's what it is. It's about doing what's right for our people, doing what's right for our country. And that's the way I feel. All right. Thank you, folks. And, well, I can't say remember to, if you ain't doing it right, you ain't doing it, it ain't worth doing because I ain't working on the car tonight. But I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the comments and the likes. If you like this video, give it a like. I definitely appreciate it. But that's just my beliefs and my feelings, but everybody's are going to be different. No doubt about it. Nobody's going to have the same feelings on this. A lot of people will, a lot of people won't. But if you like them, you voted for them, hey, that's your business. But don't cry to me when when the America goes down the toilet because you're the one that voted for them. It's you guys' fault, not ours. Alright, God bless everybody. Have a good evening and catch you in the next video.